The CLICK Plus PLC makes it simple to set up your motion output with up to 3 axes of step and direction output. To complete this setup, you must have a CLICK Plus CPU with an option module that has DC outputs that is in slot 0. This is the leftmost slot if you have a 2-slot base. To set up the outputs, go to the Function tab, and under High Speed I/O, select the Setup option. You will now see this useful wizard that will complete your setup in 3 simple steps. Here you can set up your inputs, and here are your outputs. For your step and direction output, select the pulse train output here. Click Next. Here for your mode options, select how many axes you want to set up. As I add the axis here, you will see the application add to the right. Once done, select Next. And here in this window, as you select the axis configuration here, you'll see the individual attributes for each axis. Here you see that the pulse output for each axis is auto-assigned to the Y outputs on your option module. Let's go through the setup on axis 1. First, you'll need to assign the direction output for this axis. And I will assign that to Y2. Here we need to assign the speed profile for your output. These will need to be static numbers. I will just throw in some generic numbers, but these numbers will need to reflect your defined system. Assign an address for your current position and velocity where these values will be stored. This last bit is optional. If your configuration requires limit switches, add those in here. For example, I have this wheel that has these limit switches in each direction, and I want my rig to stop when it hits these limits. These are wired into X1 and X2. And this setup is also reflected on axis 2 and axis 3. Once you have this configured, just select OK, and now that you have your axis configured, now you can use these axes in your position, velocity, and home motion instructions. To see detailed videos on each of these instructions, see the link in the description below, or follow on to this playlist. Select here to see more on the CLICK Plus PLC, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more products and solutions.